No matter how much you feel you can be prepared to live and know how to be human in this society, you cannot be prepared enough for what you're about to experience, what it is to be a human being. And what it is to be a human being who doesn't have a normal brain. I was born neurodivergent, or basically another way to express that, to be more specific, is that my brain is not like other people's brains, so it's very difficult for me to hear and understand things the way that they were said. And when you don't hear or understand things the way they are said, that can cause miscommunication. Miscommunication can cause argument, then cause stress, then cause complications, unnecessary suffering. It can cause friction in relationships. And also, for someone who is dyslexic like I am, I hear things differently. I read things backwards. I am very sensitive to different sounds, lights, noises, and just it feels like I don't want to tolerate the stress that is given to me. I really was fully convinced when I was younger and raised in the woods, in the forest, that life is simple and it's set up in such a way where you get to be nourished with the Mother Earth's elements and go swimming in rivers and just feel the innocence of, scrapbooking or canning fruits and picking out raspberries and making raspberry crisps and just feeling like the world is so simple. It's so simple to be alive and thrive from the earth and just live a simple life. But when I'm approaching into an adulthood where there's bills, there's what you want to do with your life, and then there's this realization where I'm getting this nostalgia of the good parts, the pleasant parts, the happy moments of my childhood, and the fact that I will never have that again. It's kind of heartbreaking in a way, because there's these little things that I feel adults do or grown-ups do that they want to cling to their childhood. Like if I just look around in my home, I'm clinging to everything that makes me feel safe and motherly and family. So even all the plants that I have surrounded me, it reminds me of my mom, and that's like a comfort. And then I collect these little animals, and this is a comfort to me, like just collecting little animals. And also, collecting little sea glass, because it reminds me of that carefree, clear mind of being at the lake as a child, so innocent, just digging for seashells, not so didn't have much stress up in the head or much things to worry about. And for a long time on my spiritual journey, I felt that, depression is not a real thing. It's just a flaw in your head. It's not real. Don't pay attention to it. Don't play a victim. Other people are going through harder things. But I still battle with depression, and I do all the things that I feel are right. I go on a run in the morning. I don't have my phone. I drink green juices that I juice myself. I eat organic, and yes, this does make my body feel good, but when it's a mental health issue, yes, I could get on my regimen of herbs right now. And yes, the female reproductive system does play a big role in being sensitive. The phase of the moon plays a big role on our emotions, and just knowing something in my mind that gives me peace is that these thoughts may come, but I am not the mind, and that different emotions are going to be felt within you, but they're going to come and they're going to go. So you might as well not get attached. You might as well just, okay, let me see how I feel in 2 hours because I've been avoiding people all day. Life has been overwhelming. I feel so stressed. I'm about to explode. I can't take it. When life hasn't always been super joyful. So just let yourself rest and move slower. Move slower helps my mind be more calm. When I have to move fast and I have to make decisions, when my plans have to change, when I have to hurry and make a move, that's when I start to feel a little bit more overwhelmed. So just reassuring yourself that every day, even though I may have not taken 100% good care of myself, that I'm going to continue to nourish myself with self-love. Give myself more love than I can even take, or that I even feel I am worthy of in that moment. Like, continue to treat yourself as a god, a goddess. Keep brushing your teeth, keep taking like a nourishing shower, just sweat. Go in nature, even though you feel like you can't. Just get out of bed, take some deep breaths, use your muscles, like, just keep showing up over and over again. Do not give up, because you are worth it. You have a purpose to be here. And even though you feel like you keep failing over and over again, do your best to not feel sorry for yourself and get back up and try again. Because there's no great person out here in this world who hasn't messed up once, twice, thousands of times to be where they are at now. And I feel being in the chaos and knowing how to handle stress when it comes and tackle it is going to make you that much stronger. So I am so fed up with living with years of depression that I just take jogs and I'm just like, I'm gonna run so fast that I run and I sweat this depression out of me today. Like, this depression that I feel that is coming up is not gonna control my life. I'm going to run it out. I'm going to exercise it out. I'm going to breath work it out. Do your absolute freaking best. Don't let your emotions conquer your life. You can slow down, and I know it's a war within us sometimes of all the things that we have to go through as being a human. I don't believe in anything being fair, anything really being meant to be, but it just is what it is, and everybody dies. Everybody has really sad stuff happen. And to me, that's how I know that I care, is because I feel everything so deeply. And with that, I feel the bliss so deeply. The simplest things in my life can fill me up. Like plopping down to my knees after a long jog and just sweating and just feeling the wind or the sun. And I'm just expressing right now that I know a lot of us feel like we just want to give up, but just keep going, because when you give yourself the best, it starts to get better little by little. And then yesterday I went one full day without feeling any sort of depression or any sadness or any anger or any anxiety or any like nitpicking or victim. No paying attention to how much money I had in my bank account. No paying attention to the future. Yesterday was a full day of not feeling any of those hard emotions. So then I know that there will be more days like that. And then I got to take note of, okay, what did I do that morning? Okay, I got to incorporate that in my days more often, because I feel those actions help me feel the way I do right now. Same as when you feel down, okay, how I treated that person and how I was not patient with that person is a consequence of how I feel right now in this moment. So I'm going to really watch what I say, watch my emotions throughout the day, pay attention to the actions that I do that either make me feel less depressed or more depressed. So I know we're in control of how we feel, but sometimes emotions catch up or they creep up and traumatic things happen like in a snap of a finger. And then I ask myself, am I able to be in this world being as sensitive as I am? My soul feels crushed upon all the things that are happening in the world, and how I feel I am helping, because I know that I'm helping is just like this much. Like, it's still never gonna be enough, but at least we are a little bit of this much if we're not giving up on our lives, if we're not hurting others just because we feel hurt. At least we're doing our best with how we feel. And I know when I'm feeling like really happy, I get to share that with people. So for me, maintaining something within myself internally that's long, everlasting, it's kind of like when people go on diets. Maybe they're just looking to eat very clean so they can lose the weight and then go back to their regular life and kind of just, oh, okay, now that I have this body, I'm not looking for the diet. I'm not looking for a quick fix to get out of feeling these hardcore emotions. That's why I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke weed anymore, which is incredible, because I would just smoke weed and I would be happy. I would just drink a caffeinated drink and I'd feel like, oh, all motivated, and like distract myself with being caffeinated. Or drinking alcohol, and I don't do those things or abuse those things, and it's helping me be stronger. I'm knowing, okay, I can handle this without those substitutes. So I'm not looking for a diet, I'm looking for a lifestyle change. And that's why diets don't work long term and are always fluctuating and feeling like you're restricting yourself. I feel it's because you need a lifestyle change. So that's what I'm gifting myself, is a lifestyle change. Some things have worked for me, and I will keep doing those things, keep making sure I'm on top of it, because you can know a lot of intelligence and have a lot of wisdom about eating healthy, exercising, mental health. You can have a whole inspirational speaker within yourself, but if you're not practicing those tools, so there's got to be someone within you, which is you. We're the only ones that can truly hold ourselves accountable, and we're the only ones that are truly with ourselves 100% of the time. So we got to be the ones that tell ourselves, okay, you got this. Okay, this is a lifestyle change. This is a lifestyle upgrade. Yes, it's not going to be easy, but yes, you're going to feel great benefits from rising up, from not being that past person that you've been for so many years, and that obviously has not helped or have gotten you out of those dark places. It feels better to just be empowered and start experimenting. That's the best thing, is experimenting with what works for you and what doesn't, because what someone else's morning routine may not be good for your morning routine. And I noticed that I love to have a balanced lifestyle of not always feeling like go, 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 hyper all the time. I need to have some downtime and chill and just sit cross-legged and just not have a lot of thinking and analyzing and lots of conversation, speaking. I need quiet time. And I'm sure a lot of us all feel like that. So I've been talking already for a few minutes, and I'm just making this video for myself. I'm just talking me to me right now, because sometimes that's all people have is themselves to talk to. Some people don't have supportive family members or friends they can talk to. So sometimes I do have a lot of support, and I'm so grateful for that. I get really emotional about it sometimes, how blessed I feel. But ultimately, we gotta be our own cheerleader, and we gotta talk to ourselves. So that's why I'm making this video. I'm literally talking to myself right now, just me to me, just having a moment. And if this makes sense to you, anything that I said, I really hope that this helps. And I really hope that you know that things are going to get better. Just keep doing better and better and better. Even if you messed up, you feel like crap about yourself, keep doing better and better. It's time for rejuvenation. It's time for a revolution of hurt people not hurting others. You may feel hurt, you may feel depressed, you may feel like, what the heck am I here for? This is not the life that I wanted. This is not the life that I signed up for. Like, there's so much chaos in the world. Even though I'm doing well, I know that my brothers and sisters aren't doing well, and that's really heavy on my heart right now. Just keep doing the best you can to be that example in the world that you would want your children to be around. And this helps because it's like, by you being that, you get to be that for yourself. By me being like a really cool best friend that I would be best friends with my younger self, and this girl that I looked up to. Like, if I was like, imagine yourself as like a 12-year-old, and then imagine a 26-year-old. And then what would the 12-year-old imagine a 26-year-old like inspiration to be like? I don't know if that makes sense of how I explained it, but just think about it with me for a moment. If I was like 10 or 12 or 13 and I looked up to someone and I thought they were really cool and I just felt like they had their life together, I wanted to be like them when they grow up, or they weren't like the adults, they had something going on, they were very inspirational and they were very joyful and didn't walk around with a cloud over their head or a lot of stress on their shoulders, or they didn't feel embarrassed, they didn't feel like they needed to prove anything to anyone, and they took care of themselves so well. Like, I would want my younger self to be like, wow, this 26, 27-year-old adult that I'm witnessing right now is pretty sweet, you know? She has a lot of work to do and a lot of lessons to learn, but where she's at right now, what she's putting her energy towards, would you want to be would you want to be that little child and look up to yourself at the age you are right now and just see someone scrolling on their phone or eating junk food or going to the bar and just getting super wasted, or I don't know, like, if you feel like you have to hide your cigarette or you have to like go in a closed doors to do your thing, I feel like that's a sign that maybe you are not being the person that you truly want to be. Because if you were the person that you truly wanted to be, you could do those things in public and not feel ashamed or feel less than or feel like, oh, I don't want the children to see me. Because to me, that helps me not give up on myself, is knowing that I'm an example for the children. And I've said this a lot of times, but that's why I like to hula hoop in person, because I get to inspire those around me to be like, hey man, I'm like an adult and I'm still like having fun with a hula hoop, or I'm enjoying the simple things still, you know, I'm not overstimulated by movie theaters, video games, money, work. Like, you can still enjoy activities that don't involve like all of this hits of dopamine, you know? Just simply breathing in fresh air and just having fun, not to perform for anyone or anything. It's just play. All right, it's a 20-minute video, so I'm just gonna peace out, friends. Yeah, I'm just sharing from my heart, authentically, because that's how I always want to be. And if you want to watch my videos, I'm gonna put them out there. And if you don't, then that's cool too. Peace.